Yo, what's poppin' MVP gang? It's your boy, Pravi MVP, back at it again. Playing NBA 2K25 with randoms is like signing up for chaos every single time. Ball hogs, brick shooters, and people who forget defense even exists. Why do I do this to myself? But hey, I was tired of the suffering and got with a set squad, but I know it's so many more that's out here suffering as well. Now, before we dive into this madness, slap the fire out of that like button to keep real talk alive in the algorithm. And if you feeling the vibes, don't forget to support the grind, make it define, and hit that join button and become a member anytime. Also featuring raw, uncut, unedited gameplay so you can see the power of a set squad as I break down the flaws of playing with these randoms. Tired of playing with randoms? Join the link in the description. If you a shooter at any position with defense and IQ who values winning, join up. We definitely looking for more hash shooters as we looking to build our pro-am team. Let's get into it. NBA 2K25, once a place for casual fun and competitive play, has become nearly unplayable outside of a set squad. The days of logging in after a long day of work or school and finding like-minded teammates who prioritize winning and teamwork, it seems like a distant memory. Instead, the game has become overrun with stat chasers, toxic behavior, and players who care more about individual achievements than the collective goal of winning. Let's dive into why this has become the harsh reality for so many players and why the community is frustrated beyond belief. Point number one, randoms don't care about spacing. One of the most overlooked but critical aspects of basketball, spacing, is completely ignored by randoms and NBA 2K25. Proper spacing is a fundamental principle taught at every level of basketball, from youth leagues to the NBA. Hall of Fame coaches have emphasized for decades that spacing is what separate good teams from great ones, like the likes of Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson, who built their legendary systems around creating space to maximize their stars' offensive opportunities. Even modern day superstars like Steph Curry or LeBron James highlight that spacing is the key to unlocking efficient scoring and team chemistry. Yet, in random lobbies, it feels like none of this wisdom has trickled down to the player base. It's like they have no idea. Randoms constantly crowd the paint, stand in no man's land, or cut to the basket at the worst possible times. Instead of recognizing how their movement impacts their teammates' ability to operate, they clog driving lanes, collapse passing windows, and force turnovers. This is especially maddening for guards trying to create plays or bigs trying to dominate inside. There's no room to work because everyone is in the wrong spot at the wrong time. It's like playing in a middle school gym where everyone is chasing the ball without a second thought. The 2K community has long expressed frustration over this, and this year it has hit a literally breaking point because of them putting RNG in shooting. It's just, I'm telling you, I can't do the random lobby no more unless you want to sign up for an argument. With players across forums and social media pointing out the lack of spacing destroys the flow of the game. Many attribute this to the rise of selfish play styles, where randoms only think about their next highlight for a TikTok video instead of their positioning, how it affects the team. It's not uncommon to see three players stacked on top of each other at the three-point line, all calling for the ball or all in the mid-range area, while the paint is completely empty, or vice versa, with players clogging up the paint, ruining a pick and roll opportunity. Like the roll be there, and here come dude from the corner who just couldn't sit in the corner and take away the whole pick and roll. It makes me mad every time. Spacing isn't just about offense either. It plays a huge role in defense. NBA greats like Kobe Bryant and Kawhi Leonard have spoken about how spacing on defense can dictate a team's success. Proper positioning can prevent open shots, force turnovers, and allow for better help defense. But randoms, they'll leave their assignments to double team unnecessarily or camp in the paint, giving up easy corner threes. One of the worst things that these random bigs be doing. Like, you seen dude hit a shot, you gonna let him hit another one, and then let him hit another one. It just be like, bro, what do you think he gonna just miss after just hitting all these shots? The worst part is that 2K actually gives tools to promote better spacing. Things like play calling, freelance offense, or adaptive AI, but the randoms almost never use them. Instead, they rely on chaotic street ball style gameplay that completely disregards the nuances of basketball strategy. For players who understand the game at a deeper level, this lack of attention to spacing feels like nails on a chalkboard. The irony is that spacing is one of the easiest things to improve in 2K. Unlike mastering dribble combos or green light timing shots, all it takes is a bit of awareness and selflessness. Yet so many randoms refuse to make the smallest adjustments. It is a microcosm of a larger issue in the game. Individualism over teamwork. Instant gratification over long-term success. The 2K community often calls for developers to introduce a more educational tools or mandatory tutorials to teach the basics of basketball IQ. They should punish bad spacing in your grade. If you literally are ruining wide open plays for another player, bro, it's got to be something to discourage this. Like, people do it on purpose. Like, it has to be fixed. The random lobbies to me are completely ruined. Like, spacing, man, it's just so easy. And some players have even suggest that 2K implement penalties, like I said, for bad positioning, because similar to the way that the grading system punishes poor shot selection. Until something like this is implemented, playing with randoms will remain a frustrating experience where spacing is just another casualty of the chaos. At the highest levels of basketball, spacing is everything. It is what allowed Golden State to dominate for all them years with their small ball lineup. That is what enabled the San Antonio Spurs to play that beautiful Spurs style basketball. And it would make players like Kevin Durant and Jokic so unguardable. Until randoms and 2K start respecting this principle, solo play will continue to be a nightmare for those who actually care about strategy and teamwork. Point number 2. Poor build decisions. Another major problem plaguing NBA 2K25 is the abundance of poorly constructed player builds. Many players simply don't understand how to create builds that align with their play style or complement a team. Instead, they focus on flashy stats or meta trends, resulting in players who are one-dimensional and ineffective in a team setting. You'll find players who, with maxed out dunking or 3-point stats, but no ability to pass, defend, or rebound. Bro, like, how you can't pass? Like, dudes is really out here on guards builds with 50 passing. Like, I'm talking about 65. Like, you can't do that, bro. Not if you taking it serious. Like, passing is one of the fun. It's like a key to basketball. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Passing on this game is so underrated, it's sad. And it's because of a lot of content creators push for people to have low passing, just so they can pick your passes off. Because I'm like, when you go against them very same people, they picking your passes off. Like, it makes no sense. This becomes even more frustrating when these individuals bring a 1v1 play style into 5v5 games, refusing to adapt and causing chaos on the court. The lack of balance in these builds has led to a lot of the community to call for the return of pie charts. Think about that. Bro, every time I'm doing a video, I'm researching across the net first. I am in forums. I am in so many group pages. I'm reading. I'm getting this from the community. This is what they asking for, which forced players to make more thoughtful decisions, created a more well-rounded gameplay. The current system gives too much freedom, and as a result, the overall team experience suffers because of a selfish mindset most of these users have when they're in the builder. They don't even think, how can this build help a team? They only thinking, oh, I got a hot three, I got a dunk, oh, I got a hot dribble, I got this, I got that. They just thinking about how to score. They have yet Most of these randoms do not think anything about the team. Point number 3. Winning is no longer a priority. For many random players, winning doesn't even seem to matter anymore. It's as if they join into games solely to troll and irritate their teammates, whether it's launching bad shots, refusing to play defense, or intentionally ruining fast breaks. These actions kill the competitive spirit and turn games into frustrating experiences. The community has repeatedly called on 2K to improve the grading system to penalize trolling behaviors, but little to nothing has been done. As things stand, trolls can still rack up points and avoid punishment while legitimate players are left helpless. The phrase "it's just a game" is often thrown around to excuse their pathetic little boy behaviors, and it be grown men. Like you saying it's just a game while you on it to just troll. Go do something with your kids or something, bro. If you get on the game just to throw games and then say it's just a game, but you got kids in the background calling for you, you're an idiot. You got kids at all, you shouldn't even be on the game if you don't care about it. Why waste time? I don't understand the logic of men in today's era, bro. I really don't. I will never understand it because I come from a different era. I will never understand these new age men who don't value winning at everything they do. I was raised different. I'm coming from a military background, military family, so it's everything in my household was ran a certain way when I was growing up. I was raised by a man and a mom. I had both, and I had 3 older brothers, so I don't understand intentionally losing and then being okay with it and then saying it's just a game. Like I've never heard that. Like growing up, we was very competitive. We was very competitive at everything we did. We didn't even play tennis, but if we was playing tennis, we wanted to win. We didn't play hockey, but even when we went and played hockey, we wanted to win. It didn't matter what I was doing. Winning is always the priority. But it's more than just a game, man. For the players who take pride in competition and teamwork, it's about the commitment to winning and improving. Unfortunately, that mindset is rare in random lobbies, which is sad because majority of the users on 2K are grown men. Kids can't even afford this for real. Unless it's some kids on here, but bro, most of the time when I hear somebody get on the mic, it's a man. I never understand the mindset of a man who does anything without the desire to win and to dominate doing so. That is the mark of a man. Men are dominant. We're a dominant species. We don't, man, I don't know what kind of dude y'all is. Like, for a man to have that type of mentality, I hope you're not breeding. Point number 4. RNG and sliders are ruining consistency. Another frustrating element of NBA 2K25 is the constant tweaking of RNG, random number generation, and the sliders. These changes make it nearly impossible for a skilled player to carry a team of randoms. In past versions, like 2K17, if you were good enough, you could dominate games and drag your team to victory, much like Kobe Bryant in his prime. Now, even with players with perfect releases will miss wide open shots because the game's mechanics are designed to create an artificial balance that will never exist in basketball. There's no balance in basketball. If one player is better than the other, he dominates him. There's no such thing as balance. Like, they need to get that out of here. There's no such thing as balance in basketball. It's all about dominance. Muscle memory, once a cornerstone of success in 2K, no longer matters as much. This has led to widespread frustration as it feels like the game punishes players who put the time in to master their craft in favor of casual players who don't. The lack of consistency removes that competitive edge and leaves players feeling powerless. It forces you into set squads if you want any chance at sustained success, because you will need a team of players capable of overcoming things outside of a user's control. That's why you can't really jump into random lobbies no more, bro. You gotta have players that can overcome RNG too. You cannot just rely on you. Like, it could be your game where 2K decide you ain't hitting nothing. You've been hitting too much. I feel like once you get your percentage to a certain rate, near a certain rate, it's like they force it to come down. I'm telling you this I'm telling you this, and I'm a good shooter. I am telling you this. Point number 5. Communication is night and day. The difference in communication between playing in a set squad and randoms is night and day. In a set squad, you'll find consistent uplifting comments, strategic discussions, and encouragement to improve. Everyone is working toward a shared goal, winning. Random lobbies, on the other hand, are filled with arguments, finger pointing, and a complete lack of accountability. Dudes be in complete denial of what they doing on the court. Even when I tell them, bro, the game is recorded. What you mean you ain't doing this? They still don't accept it. Nah, man, whatever. You need to rewatch. But I just seen you do something. Like yesterday, I'm wide open in the corner. A dude go up on two people. I told him that's dumb to start the game. That was a dumb shot. He like, I made it though. I'm like, bro, but I was wide open in the corner. Man, you just getting on here to argue. I'm like, how? Because I'm telling you, you did something that made no sense. You should never. And the fact that 2K let him make that shot, you see how it feeds into that. Oh, I made it though. So what you mean? I'm wide open in the corner. You shouldn't be going up on two people, bro. You should never do that. Like, it's just sad. Even when players are clearly in the wrong, taking bad shots, missing defensive assignments, or turning the ball over, they refuse to own up to their mistakes. Instead, they deflect blame, drag down the team morale. This toxic communication dynamic makes it nearly impossible to enjoy the game unless you're surrounded by people you trust. Point number 6, sabotaging success. One of the most baffling behaviors in NBA 2K25 is how some players will actively try to sabotage their own teammates who are performing well. If you're on fire, instead of feeding you the ball, your teammates will intentionally set you up for bad shots or freeze you out entirely. It's almost as if they can't stand to see someone else succeed. Man, the hater rate on 2K25 is real in random lobbies. I'm talking about them dudes is the hater ball attendees every single year. I'm talking about these as top candidates for hater of the year when you go into random lobbies. In contrast, a set squad will recognize the hot hand, exploit mismatches, and do everything in their power to keep the momentum going. The stark difference in the attitudes further highlights why playing with randoms has become so unbearable. The culture of jealousy, pettiness among randoms completely undermines the essence of teamwork. These are grown men playing like children. And it's sad when you hear somebody's unk get on the mic and they have this type of behavior and mindset. Is completely screwed. Or when it's an old head and they think it's funny or cool, then they switch the focus from the game and tell you how rich they are and they own their house and etc. Like, it be the lamest shit that's said on the mics. I swear on everything I love. Like, once I get my chat link, because I gotta get another chat link. This is the third one, bro. These chat links are horrible. Whether it's Elgato or one of the other off-brand ones, the chat links stay breaking, bro. They don't last for nothing. So when I get them again, y'all just won't believe the stuff that dude said. I didn't run into racists. Like, oh yeah, that's right, you need to play with white boys. You see, and they not passing me the ball. I done ran into every single thing you would not believe on this game. It doesn't have a place in this game, but these are the type of users in these random lobbies, bro. You run into just pure ignorance. It's not playable. It's not even good for your mental health. You get on the game in a better mood, and then you get on the game and it completely ruins that mood. Like, playing with randoms is just completely bad for your mental health, like 100%. Point number 7, ball hogging and toxic behavior. One of the most glaring issues in NBA 2K25 is the rampant ball hogging. Too often, you'll find teammates who refuse to pass the ball, dribbling endlessly until they force a bad shot or turn the ball over. And if you dare suggest playing smarter or passing more, that ain't gonna do nothing, but you will quickly find yourself frozen out of the game entirely. Worse, yes, some players will intentionally sabotage the game, whether by standing out of bounds, chucking forecourt shots, playing no defense, just to prove a petty point. The lack of sportsmanship and willingness to work as a team has driven many players to avoid solo play entirely. The competitive spirit of basketball is lost in favor of selfishness. This creates a toxic environment where arguments become inevitable. It's no choice. You have no choice but to argue. It's like, that's why when I get into random lobbies, I'm like, it seems like they want to argue. Like, soon as you say something and what you're saying is correct, they still want to argue your point. They want to then try to flip it and say you're being toxic because you calling out their bad behavior. It's like, makes no sense. That no accountability is real, bro. Conclusion: NBA 2K25 has become a toxic experience for anyone attempting to play outside of a set squad. The combination of ball hogging, poor builds, lack of accountability, trolling, inconsistent mechanics, and jealousy makes this game more frustrating than fun when you playing with randoms. It literally had me ready to just quit playing the game completely. I ain't gonna lie. The sad truth is that 2K has done little to address these issues, leaving players feeling abandoned and disrespected. Reporting toxic behavior is cumbersome, and the grading system fails to penalize bad teammates adequately. At the end of the day, playing with randoms in 2K25 often leaves you more stressed than entertained. Until significant changes are made, the only way to truly enjoy the game is for you to find a reliable squad. For many, that sense of frustration overweighs the dopamine boost of winning or just having fun on the game, turning what should be a fun pastime into a test of your patience. Like, literally, I be testing my patience when I play with randoms. Man, that's it for this one, y'all. If you made it this far, you a real MVP, because dealing with randoms in NBA 2K25 is straight up mental warfare. If you feeling this rant, smash that like button. Drop a comment below with your worst experience with randoms. I know y'all got some stories and I want to read them, and I'm going to respond, bro. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the squad, because we've got more raw, unfiltered gameplay with that real talk on the way. Stay locked in, stay blessed, and keep grinding. It's your boy, Pravi MVP, signing out. Blessings to the Most High. Peace.